So you saw an auction for some pens and you thought they'd grab them because, look, they look fantastic. Well, kind of. Either way, you got those pens in and you're like, I wonder if I got a deal. And these are the things you need to look for if you're looking at buying pens on auction or pen swap or a listing somewhere. First of all, you notice there's all caps, no nibs. How do we know what we have under here? So let's go down the line and see. These were actually sent by a customer. They're from her childhood, and she wanted to know, are they worth restoring and fixing up? And she was super nice about it when I let her know that, maybe not. So I'll show you why. It's a little Parkerette here. Now there's some teeth marks on here, but believe it or not, that could be sanded out. Lever's in good shape. It's the inexpensive clip. And you're thinking, yeah, not so bad. But there's actually some gouging in here. And if we looked under the microscope, this is all chewed up. Still kind of repairable. Not in horrible shape. Of course, the sack is toast. Hear that gringy under there. But honestly, a Parkerette's not really even a pen, that would be worth restoring. They're so inexpensive. But actually, believe it or not, this is kind of one of our best case scenarios. So then we go to flying pens. Our Esterbrook here. I'll leave that guy there. Our Esterbrook. Now, what you wouldn't notice in the original auction pictures, and then suddenly the light hits it, and we have a big old gnarly crack across here in the body, and another one down in here, and that's just toast-terrific. This is actually an interesting nib. It is called, Esterbrook's do a number on their nibs. There we go. And this is a Greg shorthand nib. But the cool thing about Estes is that, oh look, little bits of sack falling out, is these nibs unscrew and you could swap it out to a whole bunch of different steel nibs. If that was the only issue, no big deal, but these cracks in the body, completely toast. This is something where bits and pieces are good for another pen, but this is a parts pen. Then we've got our other Parker here, 51. Again, at first glance, you're like, yay, finally, we got one that might be usable. And it's really hard to tell, but literally one of the sides of the nib is broken off completely. So that nib is toast gone. You'd have to pull one out of another pen, and getting these apart is a little bit of a challenge and not your easiest restoration. So the one that at first you're like, yay, and then anytime you see residue of old tape on there, that is a clue that things could get very exciting. And there's actually a crack that runs all the way up this cap. It makes just basically, and of course the cap comes apart because it's loose now. More bits of sack coming out there. Always exciting when you get the crunchies. So the body, nib, this is the time when later if I get a pen where, like with the Esterbrook, the body's got a crack but the cap's good, this could be one where you build a pen. So when you're looking at auctions or looking to buy something online, if you see indications of historic fixes like tape, glue, things like that, ask for more pictures or request more. Make sure you can see the nib so you know what it was from the top and the side, so you know if what you got is worth getting.